is an absolutely pathetic attempt of Speaker Nancy Pelosi to justify why she's withholding making any deals for $1.8 trillion in stimulus to Americans.
Can you look them in the eye, Madam Speaker, and explain why you don't want to accept the president's latest stimulus offer?
Well, because, thank you very much, Wolf. I have for over 30 years represented my constituents. Because
but they really,
let the states go bankrupt.
Excuse me for interrupting,
let the states go bankrupt.
Madam Speaker, but they really need the money right now, and even members of
I
your own.
understand that,
but even members of your own caucus. Even members of your own caucus, Madam Speaker, want to accept this deal. $1.8 trillion. Congressman Ro Khanna, for example. But let me just quote Ro Khanna, a man you know well. I assume you admire him. He's a Democrat. And he just said this. He said, people in need can't wait until February. $1.8 trillion is significant and more than twice the Obama stimulus. Make a deal. Put the ball in McConnell court. So what do you say to Ro Khanna?
What I say to you is, I don't know why you're always an apologist, and many of your colleagues apologists for the Republican position. And just because the president wants to put a check with his name on it in the mail, that we should not be doing all we can to help people pay the rent, put food on the table.
But you know,
and that is the coronavirus.
We know
that is
we
the
know
coronavirus.
The problem out there, but there are millions of Americans who have lost their jobs. They can't pay the rent. Their kids need the food.
That's right, and that's what we're trying to get done.
$1.8 trillion.
Is this CNN's own Wolf Blitzer that has been a champion for the Democrat Party actually calling Nancy Pelosi out on her BS?
The president just tweeted, stimulus, go big or go home. He wants even more right now. So why not work out a deal with him, and don't let the perfect, as they say here in Washington, be the enemy of the good.
Well, I will not let the wrong be the enemy of the right.
What's wrong with $1.8 trillion?
Well, you know what? Do you have any idea what the difference is between the spending that they have in their bill and that we have in our bill?
Yeah,
you evidently do not respect the chairman of the committees who wrote these bills.
I respect
and
all of you.
I wish you would respect the knowledge that goes into getting meeting the needs of the American people.
That, my friends, is how a Democrat doesn't answer a very simple and direct question. One of her fellow Democrats is begging Nancy Pelosi to just sign the bill. Just agree with the president. Give Americans what they so desperately need right now. Yet Nancy doesn't want to hear it.
But again, you've been on JAG defending the administration all this time with no knowledge of the difference between our two bills. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to say that to you and personally.
Right. These are incredibly difficult times right now, and we'll leave it on that note. Thank you so much for joining us.
We'll leave it on the note that you are not right on this, Wolf, and I hate to say that to you. But I feel confident about it, and I feel confident about my colleagues, and I feel confidence in my chairs.
And it's not about me. It's about millions of Americans who can't put food on the table, who can't pay the rent.
And we represent them. And we represent them. And we represent them.
Yes, Nancy, you're right. You represent every single American that cannot put food on their table, can't pay their rent, can't pay their bills. You represent them because you won't make a deal, all because you hate Donald Trump more than you love this country.
Food
and we
lines
represent
that we're seeing.
them.
I know
we
you
know
are.
them.
I'm just saying.
We represent them, and we know them.
As we say,
we know them. We represent them.
Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good, as they say.
It is nowhere near perfect.
Every day is critically important. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for your sensitivity to our constituents' needs.
I am sensitive to them because I see them on the street begging for food, begging for money. Madam Speaker, thank you so much.
Have you fed them? We feed them. We feed them.
No, Nancy, you're not feeding anybody. You're using taxpayer dollars, our taxpayer dollars, to feed whoever you're saying you feed, and you right now are not feeding anybody. You're not feeding anybody. Friends, this needs to be seen by every single American out there that's hurting right now to understand that this is 100% political. It has nothing to do with meeting the needs of Americans that are so desperate right now just to pay their bills, just to get by, just to eat. It's 100%